Better Nate Than Ever is about a small town kid from Pittsburgh with a huge Broadway dream. And the movie is all about the coming of age adventure of running away from home in order to crash an audition for a Broadway show. But really, what it's about is finding your people, finding your light, and surrounding yourself with love and music. I think the key themes of Better Nate Than Ever are family, acceptance, and authenticity. You know, a lot of this movie is very autobiographical. I, like Nate, was chosen last for dodgeball every day in Pittsburgh as a middle schooler. I went to New York as a teenager with a big Broadway dream. I had an older brother who didn't quite understand me. And ultimately, like Nate, I was lucky enough to be surrounded by mentors and advisors and dance teachers who saw me and accepted me and encouraged me. And I hope the audience relates to that kind of character with a big crazy dream. Casting the film, directing the film was a dream. Joshua Bassett was the first person cast in High School Musical, the show I run for Disney Plus, and he was the first person cast in Better Nate Than Ever. He's like a good luck charm. He's a good guy with a big heart and charisma for days. Aria Brooks came in for Libby, and she was one of the very first auditions I saw. She announced herself with spunk and spirit and such intelligence, and she just walked away with the role instantly. And Ruby Wood came out of the woods of Syracuse as this big theater kid who sang Defying Gravity from Wicked for his first audition. He came back in about 7 more times, and no matter what direction he was given, Ruby always got back up with a great attitude, like all theater kids have. And it was a thrill to watch Josh, Aria, and Ruby bring these characters to life. I've been a Lisa Kudrow fan since I was a teenager. Disney asked me to put together a list of dream actors to play Nate's Aunt Heidi. I said I can put together a list, but there's really just one. I wrote Lisa a letter, a fan letter out of the blue. I did not know Lisa. And I basically said, these are all the reasons I dream of you playing Aunt Heidi. And she said yes. And the best thing you can do with Lisa Kudrow is get out of the way, because her instincts are so authentic and funny and sweet and heartbreaking. And Lisa is surrounded by a cast of adult actors, including Norbert Leo Butz and Michelle Federer, who are genuine Broadway babies, who understand the spirit and style of a real New York City movie. And I can't wait for the audience to see the Easter eggs of all the Broadway references and people who are all over this movie. This is my first movie as a director. And funnily enough, as a showrunner of a TV series, it's a lot of the same skills. It's time management, people management, emotional management. The biggest challenge of filming Better Nate Than Ever in New York City on location is that the movie stars 2 14-year-olds who have very limited work hours, and they're balancing homework and curfews. And so you oftentimes only get a couple of takes behind the camera before you have to move on. But it was a dream come true. And what I've learned between High School Musical and Better Nate Than Ever is, when in doubt, always cast a theater kid. I hope audiences who watch Better Nate Than Ever are left with earworms with these 3 great songs we've got. I hope they have a pep in their step and the inspiration to maybe follow a crazy dream they have. And I also hope they really relate to Nate and Libby at the center of this movie, because if you don't put limits on kids, they can be unlimited.